What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another player ratings video. If you haven't seen this face before, his name is Joe, Tottenham fan. Don't be confused by the accent, everybody. Anyway, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Joe, born and bred Tottenham fan. I had no choice. Dad's been a season ticket holder for so long, and I go to games a fair bit, and it's all I talk about, mate. So.
All right, so let's get straight into it. Obviously, we played Norwich at home last night. Our first victory since Brighton, I think it was.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2-1 win. Mm-hmm. It was far from convincing, though, wasn't it?
No, we're getting there. We've got the likes of Lacell, so getting better. Aurier's looking at okay recently as well, but it's frustrating to see. I thought we would have kicked on after Liverpool, really, but a few more sticky results, but we're getting there.
So there was some positives last night, which we'll get into in a second, but there were also a lot of negatives last night. But let's get straight into the player ratings. Let's start with Hugo Lloris. Our captain came back last night. We gave him a 6. What did you make out of his performance?
I think it's his first performance back, so of course he's got to get back into his stride and everything. He went the right way for the penalty, but overall I think a 6 is a fair result. He didn't do anything outstanding. And of course, he didn't save the penalty, so...
There was an iffy moment early on when he tried a little Cruyff turn and Pukki nearly found him out, didn't he?
Yeah.
But apart from that, he didn't really have much to do. Obviously, like you said, the penalty was a brilliant penalty. He dived the right way. I think he might have got some fingertips to it as well. Yeah. I think Lloris, he just wasn't really tested that much last night.
I mean, other than like you're saying, the early chance, Pukki almost capitalised. I don't know why he keeps doing these risky things in and around the box. He's been punished in the World Cup final. Yeah. You'd think he stops and thinks about what he's doing a bit more, but other than this trickery, but yeah,
it is what it is with Hugo. You know what I mean? But there was a nice moment as well when Norwich were on the attack. They got a corner and they were really pressurising us, and he caught that cross from the corner, which was brilliant. But apart from that, like I said, not much to talk about. But let's move on to Serge Aurier, who we gave an 8. I thought it was absolutely fantastic display from Serge Aurier. I don't know about you, but I'm one who really, really digs into Serge Aurier week in, week out because of his calamitous errors. But yesterday, he kind of stayed past the halfway line, didn't have anything to do with the defence. He got an assist. He had a heavy contact into that second goal as well. And I thought it was just an all-round good display from Serge. Yeah,
certainly. I think when he's on the attack, he's got a lot of positives that adds to the team. I think his crossing's improving, and I hope Mourinho. I wouldn't have said he was the player that I would have expected to improve, but I think he's going to push on quite a bit. Of course, he's got that defending that he needs to sort out, that rash defending that he's been doing throughout his whole career. But I think he's improving, and I think it's going to be a big benefit to the squad.
Do you think he's more of a right winger than a right back?
I think it's too early to say. He's had a few decent games, but he's still not at that level, I think, to say right winger for certain yet. I think we could ease him into it, and you never know. But certainly lay off the defending the next few games, as he has been doing the last few games as well, and we'll see.
Yeah, because obviously we got City coming to Tottenham Hotspur in our next league game, so it's going to be a tough day if Serge plays right back that day. So we'll see what happens.
Especially in the big moments.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
He likes a rash tackle.
He does indeed. He loves giving away a penalty, giving a red card, something like that.
Yeah.
But absolutely brilliant display from Serge yesterday. So let's not take that away from him.
No, I'm happy.
Moving on to Toby Alderweireld, we gave him a 7. I thought it was a competent display from Toby. I thought he was our best defensive player on the day. Any comments for you?
I think it was the same all over. He didn't do anything outstanding, but he held the back line okay. And I think he's a solid squad player, and I'm happy he signed the contract recently, because as we know with Levy, he's not someone to buy new centre backs all the time, new players all the time. So I think,
or a striker.
Yeah, so definitely a striker. So no, I'm happy with him in the squad at the moment, and I think he performed well yesterday as well.
Yeah, and obviously he was doing his nice little Toby pings yesterday.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Love to see it. But anyway, moving on to Jan Vertonghen, we gave him a 6.
Yeah.
I thought he struggled a bit yesterday. I think pace he's losing his legs really young.
Yeah,
I think.
It's sad to see. I mean, yeah, it's sad to see.
Really
sad to
is.
see. I haven't got much to say, but it wasn't his best game. It wasn't his best game for sure.
I think it probably was a good game compared to most of his games this season. I think he wasn't troubled that much, but he was getting skinned a bit from Pukki at times. And then he was taken off on the 75th minute for Jensen Fernandes.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much else to say on Vertonghen. Moving on to Ryan Sessegnon, we gave him a 3. This guy, I've said it time and time again, he needs the confidence to take on his man. He needs to do what he was doing week 100%. In, week out for Fulham in the Championship.
Yeah.
He gave away the penalty, which was a sloppy challenge, was 100% a penalty. And I just think that he needs to be giving Aarons a lot more trouble than he did. And Aaron's pretty much had an easy game defending that right spot role for him, and he needs to be doing better. He really does.
He's not ready. I don't think he's been given a fair few opportunities under Mourinho, and obviously that's frustrated Danny Rose. But I think maybe it's time to switch it up a bit and give him a bit less time and get him figure out where he's at.
We need a new left back because every time Rose plays, we're saying the same things about him as well. He's not putting in performances, so. I don't know. I don't know if Sessegnon's suited to left back or a left wing, similar to the Serge Aurier thing, but he doesn't look strong enough defensively and he doesn't look confident enough attackingly. So I don't know what he's offering us at the moment.
Yeah, no, he's certainly it's his first season in a big club, but after the season he had at Fulham, I wasn't too confident how he'd be, and I think it's shown. Yeah.
But also, we got to give him a bit of time because he is a teenager still.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's got a lot of time in his hands.
100%.
So maybe people are just being a bit too hasty with him, and we just need to show him a bit of patience. But time will tell, won't it?
Yeah.
Moving on to Harry Winks, we gave him a 6.
Yeah.
I thought he was all right up until his injury. Obviously, on around the 56th minute mark, he got a really bad injury. He looked really angry and. He was smashing the ground in frustration because it looks like he could be out for a while, unfortunately. Reports after the game said it's going to be weeks and not months, so that's positive. But apart from that, I thought he was kind of moving the ball well in that first half, and he was a lot to do why we had so much possession in that first half. But again, he doesn't drive forward and make those forward runs and passes like we want him to.
No, he doesn't. That's I think an area he could improve. And like you were saying, with the injury, I was personally frustrated because that means Eriksen's going to have more opportunity to play now. And if we don't offload him in the next 10 days, then we're going to have a problem. He's not putting in the work. So you know, I'm disappointed with that Winks injury.
And also, he got taken off on the 56th minute for Eric Dyer.
Yeah.
That was our first sub of the game.
Yeah.
I know we were 1-0 up at the time, but we really need to be pushing on for that second goal at that time. And why does Eric Dyer come on when we've got Ndombele on the bench, we've got Jensen Fernandes on the bench, we've got obviously Christian Eriksen on the bench? Why does Eric Dyer come on?
Mourinho just has a soft spot for him, and it's from a few years back, clearly. Yeah. When he wanted to sign him for United, but I don't see what he sees in him now. He's 3 years ago. He's a different player, and it's a good question. I struggle to answer it. I do.
He's frustrating, Eric Dyer, isn't he? So frustrating.
I mean, I can understand Ndombele. It's risky bringing him on 56 minutes. For him to be on for 34 minutes, he might not have that in him at the moment. So
that's true. But if you're going to bring someone on, surely. At least if you're going to take Jan off, you're going to bring Jensen on, bring Ndombele on there.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Ndombele needs minutes. He needs minutes.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on to Giovanni Lacell. So we gave him an 8. I thought he was my man the match of the night. I thought he was absolutely sensational, especially in that first half. I thought he was getting that ball in the middle, beating players, looking really creative, forward passing, always thinking forward.
Definitely.
I think he did tire a bit in that second half, but all in all, I thought it was a brilliant display from Gio.
100%. He reminds me of how Eriksen gets himself into these when he was in form. He gets himself into some creative positions, fantastic balls through to the strikers. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got, because it's only been just over half the season now, and he's getting into his paces, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, but all in all, absolutely brilliant display from Giovanni Lacell. So, and he's just getting better and better. And Jose said about 3 weeks ago that Lacell's not just ready yet, but he's on his way. He's coming, and you can really see that he's coming to the fore now.
It's good as well. He's definitely got a bond with Lamella, and it must be making him feel more comfortable. Obviously, the Argentinian link. So hopefully they've been, getting to know each other, and they already know each other. But they're having a bond with someone who's from the same country as you. You're gonna feel more at home, and I'm sure that's brought him out.
It's like the old Ricky Villa and Ozzy Ardiles can't go back together. So moving on to Dele Alli, we gave him a 7.
Yeah.
All in all, I think he got an assist and he got a goal, and credit to him for that. But apart from that, I thought he was very, very quiet, full of his flicks but no tricks. And I thought, apart from that, last 5 minutes he done well holding the ball up in their end of the pitch. But you got to give credit for him for getting the goal and the assist. But apart from that, it doesn't really offer much.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm someone who, if he gets a goal and assist, I'm not going to criticise him. I mean, he's won us the match, not single-handedly, but he's done a lot to win us the match, and he's been in the position to get that cross in and get that goal. So I'm happy with the performance, although off the ball and throughout the course of the game, he wasn't outstanding. When you get a goal and assist, I won't be quick to criticise. So.
Definitely, but that's what Dele Alli's about. We know he could go missing in games.
100%,
pop up with a worldie, pop up with an assist. Takes me back to that Man United game when Jose first came. And he scored that absolutely sensational goal. But apart from that, he really did nothing.
I know, but
so it happens time and time again with Dele.
Exactly.
Moving on to Eric Lamella, we gave him a 5. Standard Eric Lamella though, full of running, full of energy, full of passion, but lacking in quality.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, he gets himself to some interesting positions, but I feel like getting out his feet, he sometimes struggles with, and I feel like yesterday it was the same old Eric Lamella, but
well, he went off after 62 minutes for Christian Eriksen. And again, this brings me back to the point: why did Christian Eriksen?
I know I hate seeing it, and pulling out of tackles, not giving his all. It's frustrating. You want to see everyone comes on like a Harry. If everyone was like Harry Winks, how I deal with that? Be just working hard, giving it their all. I know it sounds so obvious to say that, but when they give it everything, it just means a lot more to see as a fans travelling all this way.
Of course.
And for him to be pulling out of tackles against. At the last minutes of games, it's frustrating to see. But
and it's like anyone can have a bad game. That's just human nature.
Yeah.
But you can't forgive not putting in 100%. You just can't.
And it's blindingly obvious. It's not as if no one knows about it. I mean, the manager knows, he knows, everyone knows he wants to go. I don't see the thinking behind it personally.
I know, I 100% agree with you. It's like Mourinho came out last week and said this isn't the Christian Eriksen everyone knows. He's not playing to his full potential. So why is he playing? Why does he keep playing him? And like it's obvious, like he's in talks with Inter Milan and he's about to leave. So, is it a negotiation tactic? It must be. It's like the only reason.
I could see that possibly playing a factor, but
if he gets injured, the deal's off, and then he leaves for free.
That is why he's pulling out of tackles. But that why is he playing them if he knows he's going to pull out of tackles?
Exactly.
It's frustrating. It's a cycle. It keeps happening and.
Well, hopefully this was his last game for Spurs. Every game we seem to say that was his last game, but
I know.
It is what it is with Christian. We'll see what happens with that. But moving on to Heung-min Son, we gave him a 5. Obviously got the winner at the end. I think he was causing the defence a bit of problems, but then again he was just lacking in quality at the end of his runs. He was running at the defence, but he didn't really put in that many good crosses or that many good shots throughout the course of the game, and obviously I think he got a bit lucky with his goal, just creeping in at the back post and just headed it on the line.
Yeah, definitely. I think you were right in saying he wasn't getting in the perfect positions and he wasn't doing a lot when he was in the box, but hopefully now he's got this goal, he can move forward from this, because without a striker we need someone who's going to score goals. And look at last year when Kane wasn't in, Sonny was the main man, and we need that again this season. If we I'm still looking for top 4. 14 games left. I'm still looking for top 4.
It's only 6 points behind.
Exactly.
And again with Sonny, it's like that was his first goal in 8 games.
Yeah,
that's mad for a player like Sonny. But back to your point where Kane was out last year and Sonny really came to the fore, I think it's a bit different now, because I think under Pochettino, the way we played, it allowed us to be a lot more fluid up front without Kane.
Okay, yeah,
but,
I see.
But now we need that target man up there with the way we play under Jose. But, but Son definitely needs to be doing better, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Lucas Moura, we gave him a 5. Again, I'm just going to repeat myself with Lucas Moura. full of running, full of energy, full of passion,
Always
just
is.
lacking in quality.
Yeah, I feel like that's often the story. For me, he's either 10 out of 10, like creating so many opportunities, scoring well. Like, it's strange with Lucas. He's either really involved or really not. And I think it's quite a common occurring theme. And I feel like that was the same yesterday. He just didn't play a big part, and it's one of those where you struggle to see if he's even in the game and on the pitch.
He's way too inconsistent,
Yeah,
isn't he? Way too inconsistent.
100%.
He needs to be doing a lot more better. But look, you've got to feel for him because he's playing up front. It's not his role.
Yeah.
He's a tiny guy and he's looking for scraps and trying to win headers and hit the ball on. But so you've got to feel for him a bit. Yeah. But look, I think he's out cold there. We need a target man up there. So I don't think you can blame Lucas too much for yesterday. Jose Mourinho, you thought he set the team up well?
I feel it's a Norwich. I'm looking forward to Saturday, and I'm thinking he's going to have that in mind as well because it's a big game. Of course, we've only got 2 days between the games, so I think the squad as a whole, it's decent. We've got injuries, but we're happy. I've got to be happy. Yeah, with the injuries we've got.
Yeah, I think Jose, he set up the team well, and I think the starting lineup and the way we were playing in that first half was good. But it's just evident to see we're lacking a striker. We've got no one up there that can hold the ball up. Someone that we can aim for.
It's the same things, isn't it?
It's the same thing, and again, I think obviously I've mentioned Ryan Sessegnon. He just needs someone needs to give that guy confidence because he's lacking in it big time. But in terms of the Mourinho substitutions, I wasn't a fan of them yesterday, not at all.
No, yeah.
I don't think Dyer should have come on. I don't think Christian Eriksen should have come on. I'm happy Gedson got a few minutes. Yeah. But apart from that, I think he should have brought on Ndombele. But yeah.
I agree with a lot of what you were saying, but to counter that, we don't have a lot of options to replace him because obviously Ndombele, I don't know if he has that in him. I don't know even if he has 35 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, we don't know what he's got in him. And then who else are we looking at bringing on instead of for Lamella? And who do you think we could have brought on? It's
a good point.
It's an awkward situation we're in, but yeah.
All right, so there you have it. That's our player ratings for the Norwich game. You want to plug anything? Any socials?
My Twitter is jlee1022, Lee spelled Leigh, and then my Instagram is _Jolie_. Yep.
All right, so that's where you can find him. You know where you can find us. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and tell me what you thought about player ratings. Tell me what you think your player ratings are. And as always, come on you Spurs.
Come on you Spurs.